Welcome to Life in the 1900s newspapers. Today, we will be celebrating Independence Day in America. We will be blasting off through time to the swingin' 30s. And for some reason in the 30s, seeing a lady on a giant rocket was very patriotic. Today's newspaper is the Fresno Morning Republican from Fresno, California, dated Thursday, July 31st, 1930.
From 13 struggling colonies, the vast American empire extends from the Virgin Islands on the east and the Panama Canal Zone on the south to Alaska on the north, and westward across the Pacific to the Philippines. Friendly relations exist with the Dominion of Canada, still under the Union Jack of England. Nowhere else in the world is there 3,000 miles of border which needs no fortifications or soldiers to guard it. It is necessary only as a matter of precaution for us to maintain a powerful Navy, Army, and Air Force for the protection of our people and the prized possessions beyond the sea. The eyes of the world are on the United States of America today. We, as a nation, must exhibit to the world the proud fact that a government founded on the priceless liberties guaranteed by our Constitution, which came into being more than 150 years ago, is still a splendid example for all other nations to follow. We cheer for the red, white, and blue. We cheer for the red, white, and blue. We are day and navy forever. We cheer for the... All hail the flag of the United States of America.
Her playmates. Some wag has sold Southern California's beautiful girls are what makes Catalina Island's wild goats wild. But little Billy readily made up with Alberta Hossletter and spent the day helping Alberta and her pet monkey Lillian enjoy their visit to the Magic Isle. Hoovers turn baseball fans, peanuts and all. President and Mrs. Hoover went to the baseball game today, ate peanuts, and rooted for the home team. It was the second time this year that they had seen the Washington Senators beaten, and they stayed until the last man was out and applauded each threatening rally as the Senators fought to overcome a Philadelphia lead. The chief executive was dressed in white flannel trousers and a blue coat. Mrs. Hoover wore a brown woven straw hat and figured chiffon dress. They were accompanied by a large party of guests and all made a circus day outing of the occasion. Hotel Olympic. It's cool. At this new 15-story hotel with 250 rooms each with bath and shower. Luxury at moderate cost, $2 to $4 per day. Drive into our new garage, coffee shop, radio, beauty salon, San Francisco, 230 Eddy Street. Dining car, window scenery, Western Pacific. On your dining car table, a superb Western Pacific meal. Outside the window, the Sierras, the Feather River, the Royal Gorge of the Arkansas, Colorado's massive Rockies. Go east this way for the scenery, the Feather River Route.
Trains come in, watching the trains go out. After I watch the trains come in, I watch all the trains go out. Watching the sweethearts kiss, seeing them come and go. I get a burning yearning just to shuffle off to Buffalo. Let me ride the old caboose way back where the crew sits. All the way from Iowa to Massachusetts. Watching the trains come in, watching the trains go out. What do I do when the trains come in? Well, I watch all the trains go out. When the train comes along, when the train comes along, I will meet you at the station when the train comes along.
Watching the trains come in, I'm watching the trains go out. What do I do when the trains come in? Well, I
watch all the trains go out.
Now I'm watching the sweethearts kiss, seeing them come and go. I get a burning yearning just to
shuffle off to Buffalo.
Oh, let me ride
Yeah.
the old caboose.
Oh, way back where the crew sits. All the way from Iowa to Massachusetts. Watching the trains come in, watching the trains go out. What do I do when the trains come in? Well, I watch all the trains go out.
U.S. needs more bathtubs, says Sage of Detroit. Llewellyn Park, New Jersey. Henry Ford sat on a bench in the sun on the estate of his old friend Thomas A. Edison today and passed an hour of his 67th birthday discussing philosophy and education and business. What this country needs, he said, is more bathtubs and water with a kick in it. Only last night, he added, he had been making some notes on a possible new industry. I was thinking, he said, there might be a new water produced which would do good and have a kick in it. I believe there might be a great industry in that. There are many places in this country where the water is bad. What do you mean by kick? A reporter asked. Just get dry enough and a good pure water has plenty of kick, he says.
An ocean of blue, There's love light in the starlight with you. Why is your kiss a thrill that is new? There's love light in the starlight with you. How many moons have passed with never a dream to guide me? Now at last I have my dream beside me. I fell in love. What else could I do? There's love light in the starlight with you.
It's time to see what's playing at the theater in 1930. At the Wilson, which was the greatest show value, is The Richest Man in the World, starring Louise Mann and Robert Montgomery. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll love this story of 3 generations. At the State Theater, hurry, hurry, only 3 more days to see the greatest of all human dramas, The Big House, starring Chester Morris and Wallace Beery. Youth slugs robs woman of purse, escapes in auto. Slugging her and snatching her purse, a bold daylight robber yesterday made off in a motor car after taking the pocketbook of Mrs. W.C. Wilson of 1330 Thorn. According to a report made to police yesterday by Mrs. Wilson, the purse contained only about $2 or $3, she said. Mrs. Wilson said that she was on her way to a corner grocery at Olive and Thorn and was in front of 1226 Thorn when a car drove up to the curb and a young man jumped out. She had a shopping bag in her right hand and her black purse and parasol in her left. The robber made a grab for the purse, but Mrs. Wilson attempted to keep hold of it. When he snatched it away from her, she attempted to lasso him with the crook of her parasol, but he again got away. The robber was described about 18 or 20 years old, American, dark skin, and having dark hair. I love the way that lady tried to stop the robber with her parasol hook. That reminds me of a 1920s Buster Keaton short. I'll show you the little clip as we leave today's video and today's paper. Thank you for watching. Farewell.